ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. We cannot carry the ventilator and the patient to the X-ray. So it's a mobile X-ray machine. Wherever it is required, to whichever bed it is required, we take the mobile X-ray machine and we'll take it. And this mobile X-ray machine will be here only in ICUs. It will not go anywhere. But wherever we want, we can just because the needs are there. Okay. And nowadays, digital X-ray machines are used, computerized. First, they used to have a different X-ray machine, okay. And now they have a different X-ray machine. Now it is digitalized X-ray machines. First type of instrument. These are called as multi-channel monitors. These are called as multi-channel monitors. Okay. I think we can use it to see things. Sister, this we record saturation. Saturation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್. ದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೋಬ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಬ್. ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಬ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ we make this to come in contact with the tissue. Most of the time it is a finger. Okay. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈಟ್ ಎಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಡಯೋಡ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಲೈಟ್ ಎಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಡಯೋಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸೆನ್ಸಾರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಲೈಟ್ ಎಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಡಯೋಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪಾಸ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ, ಇದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಹೆಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇವ್ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಲೈಟ್. Hemoglobin that is not saturated with oxygen will have a different wavelength. So ಅದನ್ನೇನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಅದು ಸೆನ್ಸಾರಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸೆನ್ಸಾರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ವಿಚ್ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಟೆಡ್, ವಿಚ್ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಚಾನಲ್ ಮಾನಿಟರ್. ಈ ಥರ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಚಾನಲ್ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ಸ್ದಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನು ನಮಗೆ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಪ್ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರೀ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದು, ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಲ ಇದು ಲೀನಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನೀವು ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಚಾನಲ್ ಮಾನಿಟರ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಟು ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಚಾನಲ್ ಮಾನಿಟರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಚೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀವಿ. 1 2 3 4 5 ಚೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಚೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಇ ಸಿ ಜಿ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಸ್ ಇ ಸಿ ಜಿ ಲೀಡ್. ಇ ಸಿ ಜಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಎದೆ ಪಟ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನಾವು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇ ಸಿ ಜಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಪಾಪು ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್ 120 ಇದೆ. ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಟ್ ರೇಟ್ 64 ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ವಯಸ್ಸಿನ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 20 to 25 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಗು ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, 60 ಇದೆ. ಮಗು ಉಸಿರಾಟನೂ ನೋಡಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಕೋರಿಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಉಸಿರಾಟ ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಪಾಪಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನು ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. SpO2 ಅಂತಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನು. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟಿಂದ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪಂಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪಂಪ್ಸ್. ಈಗ ಡ್ರಿಪ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಸಣ್ಣ ದೊಡ್ಡವರಂಗೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಂಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ತುಂಬ ನಾಜೂಕಿಂದ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಣ್ಣ ಪಾಸ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ 1 kg ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. 1 kg ಮಗು ಒಂದು ಬಾಟ್ಲ್ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ರೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳ ಅನುಸಾರವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಡ್ರಿಪ್ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದ ರೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಮಗೇನಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರೊಬ್ಬರು ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅದ್ರ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತಾನೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. 1 ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಖಾಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು, 1 ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಖಾಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು, 1 ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಖಾಲಿ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತಾನೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದಂಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಮಗು ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಮಗು ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡೇ ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ತುಂಬ ಸೋಫಿಸ್ಟಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಆದ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ದಿಸ್ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 8 years old ನಾವು. 8 years old. ಇವಾಗಂತೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟಚ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಏನೇ ನಾವು ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲದನ್ನೂ ಟಚ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಇದು ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಹಳೆ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವನ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಣ್ಣ.
Formers and the incubators to make sure that they maintain temperatures. So basically this is a radiant former, and now even in the almost all the government hospitals for crops or manually you can record and see to it that the baby maintains temperature between 36.5 to 37.5. It's a normal body temperature of the baby. So this former again is basically a Brazilian company. So it has a lot of other extra options. So here we have, so this has the, you can connect oxygen here. If you connect it to the oxygen source and the flow meter, you can make use of oxygen. Suction also, if you connect it to the centralized suction source, you can use it for suction. And then also for giving positive pressure ventilation. When the babies don't breathe and you need to give them artificial breaths. So this, with the help of this, if it is connected to oxygen and gas source, you just have to connect the baby's mask here and put it over the baby, and you can just give breaths to the baby. So that is the additional features that are there in this. Along with that, here you can put the X-ray plates. You don't have to disturb the baby. So this panel here is removed and put the X-ray plate here. The X-ray plate can be put here. So without disturbing the baby, the X-rays can be taken. And apart from that, you have the infusion pumps. Newborns, actually the rate that you give is not very much like pediatric age group or the others, where the fluid rate is quite 40 ml per hour or so, based on body weight you generally calculate. So there, if you do even by the drip drop method you calculate, it's okay for them. But newborns, depending upon the weight of the baby, it may be as small as 3 to 4 ml per hour. This is a good weight baby, so it comes to almost 22 ml per hour. Very difficult to adjust that rate, and fluid management is very critical for the newborns. You don't want to overload them. So for that, infusion pumps are very helpful. So here advantages, you can use larger quantities of fluids, whatever the baby's day's requirement is there can be used, and then you just set whatever is the requirement for the baby. So that way it is helpful. The other thing that we see here are the syringe pumps. When you are going to give small quantities, so even here load either 20 ml syringes or 50 ml syringes only. Below volume also you can't. Lesser than that also you can't. So even if you are giving 2 ml per hour for a baby, so in 24 hours you need only 48 ml. So 50 ml syringe you can use. So when the quantity of fluid that you need to give is lesser, you can use the syringe pumps. So that, and then what you see is the pulse oximeter there. This one. So that basically, this is a basic model which will just tell you about the saturation of the baby and the heart rate of the baby. So you have the probe which is connected to the baby here. So this is the infrared light. So this will pass to the baby's tissues and it will see how much the blood flow through the capillaries. So how much of it is oxygenated and how much of it is deoxygenated blood. So it will, this will get, the light will get reflected from here and the sensor will pick it up. So then it will do the calculations and see the difference, compare it with the standards that are set or calibrated there, and then it will demonstrate the saturation of the baby. Because the blood flow is pulsatile, it will pick up the heart rate. So that way, this is helpful to know that. But there are some multi-channel monitors available which are good to use in an ICU setup, because then you can measure the blood pressure in the non-invasive way or invasive way. We have both mechanical ventilators. So these are, we can, starting with the neonatal, this particular machine is starting with neonatal entry, even adults can be ventilated on this. So we usually start off with pressure control mode, wherein the entire control is in our hands. The baby's breathing is in our hands. So whatever settings we make. So this is the pressure control about the peak end expiratory and above. It's supposed to be good for the conversion of the unconjugated bilirubin to photoisomers and structural isomers so that they get excreted in the urine. So what this usually the range is between 460 to 475 nanometers. So what this will do, this spectrum of light is it will help in these structural changes in the bilirubin pigment. So structural and photoisomerization and photooxidation. So all these pigments will then get excreted in the urine. So this helps to bring the level down for the baby. So
But they get degraded with
yeah,
this light.
with this light. So when you are giving this, you should make sure baby is exposed and maximum body surface area is exposed. Now again, depending upon the level for that baby, whether it's term, preterm, what is the weight and what is the age of baby. We will see the chart. So the third chart you see there. Okay, the second row, third chart. So that will tell whether this baby is in the phototherapy zone and whether we need to give phototherapy. So and what are other risk factors for this baby. So we will assess that and either go for single surface phototherapy or in this warmer you can see there is an undersurface there. So you have, if you remove the baby's bed, you can give lights from both the sides. So these are initially they used to use CFL lamps. See the conventional phototherapy units. They used to use combination of blue and white light. So that is called super blue spectrum. Now most of the places you get these super LED lights. So with that the radiance is much better. This gives almost 30. Continuous positive airway pressure. Requirement, how much FiO2 you want to deliver. And here this has markings, right? So this has markings. So how much your PEEP, only PEEP you can deliver in this. So how much you want to give? So normally we give 4, I said 3 and 4 is physiological. So these babies with preterm babies with respiratory distress syndrome. So these babies require some inflating pressures for the lungs, otherwise they tend to collapse, the alveoli tend to collapse. So we give about 5 to 6 PEEP. If it is requiring 7 PEEP and FiO2 requirement also going to 70, then you know it's not responding to CPAP. Failure of CPAP, this is you have to go for medication. Okay. So here water is set at around 5 centimeters. So that means to say we are delivering of PEEP of 5 and it is bubbling there. So that will give that bubbling will give a very good cushioning effect to the breath that are going to the baby. So it was observed in studies that when the bubbling is there, then the way the alveoli get inflated, it's very comfortable for them and they don't tend to collapse. So whatever air you're getting there is very cold. So you need to warm that and it was born on the 19th. Its weight was 1.19 and initially all babies lose weight. The first 2 weeks they will lose weight and then they should start recovering, but in that recovery phase preterms come with lot of problems. Even the intestines are not very measured, so once you start them on feeds, usually in the second week of life or third week of life they go for something called as necrotizing enterocolitis. The exact reason why it happens, and what you have here is the reflecting surface. So whatever, it's actually single surface, but it has a reflector, so this light will get again reflected back to the baby. So that way it works like a double surface phototherapy. And again here the irradiance is very good. It's almost about 50 to 60 microwatts per centimeter square. So double than that. So it's very effective in bringing the babies. One of our postgraduates left after doing that. They'll all go upstairs to the conference. Alisa?
He is running at the rate the baby needs, providing nutrients, oxygen, everything.
What about test tube?
Huh?
Test tube.
Test tube again, it is all fertilized outside. It is put back into mother's tube. That is a prerequisite. Don't under the impression they are grown the big tube. So you take out the ovum and sperm and they are fused zygotermally. Initial few cycles of it, they are put back. If mother can't, there are so many other ways of making them have a child. Surrogate mothers. But usually the initial try they put it to the same mother's womb. all the medical advances.
ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಅಂಬರೀಷ್ ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್
Full one more. Okay.
ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ
It is called as we store the moment baby is born. The umbilical blood sample is stored. Okay. We talk nowadays about the stem cell transplantation. So the ಏನಿದೆ ಆ potential ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆ cells ನಲ್ಲಿ it can become the future treatment of choice. If you suffer from leukemia, you can have your own therapy. Alzheimer's, somebody was telling that can also be done. There are a lot of research. So many diseases have been successfully treated with stem cell transplantation. Like you talk about bone marrow transplantation, cornea transplantation, renal transplantation. So the stem cell transplantation may be indicated in so many medical disorders. So now people are storing. The moment baby is born, they store the blood like in Reserve Bank. 10 years, this is the package, 50,000 rupees. Thank you, sir, for your cooperation and help in this regard. Thank you.